Hello there, everyone out there in the world. This is another episode of Brawl Till We Fall. This is part two of Wrestlemania weekend, 2025, with my brothers and I. Predict what was going to happen in WrestleMania, and this is Sunday. I first want to say this show is dedicated to my Aunt Martha, whom her and my Uncle Linwood are basically the reasons that I watch wrestling as a young kid, not even a young kid, as a toddler. They taught me, they set me down and said, watch this show and watch wrestling. And ever since, my Aunt Martha has been a part of my life that she still was relevant and still relevant to this day about wrestling. And she just passed away, and she's resting in paradise. So this show is dedicated to her, who still, even at her age, she know the wrestlers, she know who everybody is, and her favorites were John Cena and Roman Reigns, and there's a few others, but she was my inspiration to continue to watch wrestling and started me in wrestling. I wouldn't even be watching wrestling if it wasn't for her and my Uncle Linwood. So this show is dedicated to her. May she rest in paradise. All right, we're gonna get started. I'm gonna take you to Sunday's episode, and me and my brothers they cut up a little bit, but in all the perspective, we got the job done. So check out what we did. All right, we're back with night two of WrestleMania 2025 prediction show. Um, we still got them here. Big Daddy Cool, Meek, Maul, Long. We got Sal Showtime and my man Jay Swagger, and you know who I am. I'm gonna tell y'all. All right, let's get started. All right, we're gonna start off with the matches that I believe are less important. All right, let's see. So
That's
we
just
got
old, bro. That's
the
old.
the, the undercard.
like AJ
You have to
Styles
wait.
versus Logan Paul.
Oh Lord.
Don't care.
Don't care.
I just
Lord.
don't. I why are we having? Why is this match in WrestleMania? Why is the SmackDown match in WrestleMania?
Right.
Why? Why? Somebody
Because
no really. Why?
let
Why?
me tell
Why?
you why. Because Logan Paul sponsors a major drink, that Prime drink, which they use as advertisement. So because he gives them money, they have to put him in a match. So therefore, my prediction, first off, it's Logan Paul.
Well, Hulk Hogan does Real American Beer. You don't see him out there ripping his shirt off in a match for WrestleMania. Look,
Nobody,
man, I'm just saying.
nobody
I'm
Hulk
just
Hogan
saying.
took his shirt off, no. That's fine.
Listen. All jokes aside, I get it. I get it, but I'm feeling this match the way you're feeling that last match that we talked about on yesterday's show.
Yes.
Um, we could see this on SmackDown. I'm
Right.
sorry. I,
Yeah. I don't know.
Once again, why isn't the Street Profits in WrestleMania? I'm sticking with that. There's a slot right there that we could have had the Street Profits and Machine Guns in WrestleMania. Boo! Get him off stage. Boo this man. Boo. Okay, sorry.
Right.
I apologize.
So nobody. All right, we ain't got to even talk about this match. Let's move on to another match that I think is not popular to me. I don't think. Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Bailey and Lyra Valkyria. Never mind. All right, we have some. Okay, so then let's
Another
move on.
damn SmackDown
Let's
match.
move
Go
on.
ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's move on to a semi match that I really don't care about, but I think it's gonna be a good match. And that's Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre in a street fight, a Sin City street fight. I think it's gonna be good.
I mean,
I
communication problems.
do what they got to do. But my prediction, you talking about? I mean, you know me, I'm gonna represent New York, even though I don't live there. I'm gonna
Okay.
represent New York, and
One
Damian
moment,
Priest
please.
and from the
I have
Bronx.
a recording error here.
is going to whip Drew McIntyre's ass. That's just my prediction. So, moving on with that, what you got, Sal?
I can't hear a thing. Hold on. I'm gonna have to fix something. I will be back if you can hear me.
Uh,
I will
yeah,
be back.
mute yourself.
I got it. All right, what you got, Sal?
Yeah, so I agree with you. This match right here is so now yeah, kind of, we didn't need this match. We didn't need this match really. But
Right.
I think Drew McIntyre had an awesome year. I think tonight should be the payoff. Let's go with Drew McIntyre.
You going with Drew? All right. What you got there, my man Jay Swagger? What you got?
Once again, another SmackDown match. Look, look, I'm not trying to listen. WWE Universe and WWE Superstars. I'm not dissing y'all. This is nothing against y'all. Y'all are phenomenal. I can't do nickel or dime of what y'all do in that ring. It's like they took Drew McIntyre and because he stepped in to do what Seth was supposed to do last year to CM Punk, and now that Seth is back to do it what he was supposed to do last year to CM Punk, and say, okay, let's just make Damian Priest be his new CM Punk, and he's over here causing mischief and stuff. And it's like, okay, do we really care? Yes, I do, because I want Damian Priest to whoop his ass. So I'm going with Damian Priest. I think Damian Priest is going to win this match. Yeah, there's no title involved, so I don't think it'll be. I think Drew could absorb this loss. I think it's going to be Damian Priest.
All right, that's two for Damien. What you got there, Big Daddy Cool?
Well, first of all, I apologize for all the technical difficulties I had, but thanks for staying with me. You know, it's rough growing up in the hood. All right, so we're talking about Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre here. I mean, the tensions date back. I mean, this goes back to when McIntyre defeated Rollins, all the way back. These people, oh my God. I'm like with everybody else. I really don't kind of care. God bless them all. We have Drew McIntyre, who's forever begging, and always me. Reminds me of Batista when he left. The woe is me. That got on my nerves too. This
Right.
getting on my nerves. Stop it. I'm going to come out of retirement and kick your ass. Anyway, but I'm going to have to give it to Priest. Why? Because he's from New York. Basically. That's I'll be honest with you. That's the only reason why I give it. This whole storyline is just boring. And to me, it's not WrestleMania worthy. I believe I'm with Jay Swagger here. I'd rather have the Street Profits come back and show off them bad, tacky outfits. I don't care if they just stand in the ring showing tacky outfits. I'd rather see that than see this. But if I gotta watch it, I'm gonna have to give it to mi hombre el campeón. Used to be my man Damian Priest. We pray for you, brother.
All
We
right.
move to something interesting, though.
Sure.
Don't
Damien,
nobody care about them.
but let's go to Meek Mill. What you got?
Yeah, when it comes to first thing, there's a couple matches on both night one, night two that we like. The build of it has been bad, but we all know the match is gonna be good, right? This is one of those matches definitely is gonna be good. They work well together, and I just feel like Drew McIntyre took too many L's not to pick the win in this one. And on the opposite end, Damian Priest took too many losses. I mean, too many had a lot of wins and was used very well. And I think he kind of take the loss right now and needs, something to reset his meter. Be like, okay, who do I fight? What I got to do right now? Right now, there's a goal for Drew McIntyre already, and yeah, I feel like this is gonna be a really good match. Some of the other matches, some other matches that was talked about before. It's like I could see where that Street Profits match can kind of replace that. But as for this one, I think it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be a good match though. It's gonna be a good match, and I think Drew McIntyre's gonna win. And we'll set him on the path.
Got it. All right. So, that's gonna be to me. I think that's gonna be the match of the night for me. Even though it's not a champ. Well, I mean, I can't say that. I'm not gonna say that's the match of the night because always in events when it got John Cena in it may be the match of the night. But we're not gonna get to that one just yet. 'Cause we got Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. Who you got? Let's go with the man that was gonna talk about this anyway. Jay Swagger, go ahead, start it off.
Yeah, I'm going with Io Sky. Uh, Something that Cool said they've been sunning her this whole time is damn near disrespectful. And I think this will put her over. I still think that somebody's gonna come and interfere in the match, and cause Bianca to lose. Um, and Rhea Ripley has not been able to beat Io Sky now since NXT. It hasn't happened. I think if it's going to happen, it's going to happen on a one-on-one competition. Um, Wherever this interference is going to happen, it's going to set up either a clash with Bianca and Naomi, or a clash with Rhea Ripley and Jay Congo
Okay.
somewhere down the line. But I do believe that it's a wrap. I think EO is going to come out to win. I think it's going to be a good match and everything. But I really wish this wasn't a triple threat. But it is what it is.
Got you. I do too. I don't agree with this triple threat match. Um, but I do believe Ripley is gonna come off.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Rhea
on.
Ripley.
Okay.
Hank,
Here we go. All right.
mute your mic.
You can hear.
There you
All right.
go.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley is going to come off on this one. That's my belief. That's my prediction on this one. All right, Sal, who you got? Who you got, Sal?
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I was so happy for Bianca Belair when she won that elimination chamber,
Hmm.
and I thought it was going to be Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. I think everybody wanted to see it. Everybody wanted to see it, but then on a random Raw show, they decided to match up Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. I'm like, why? Why did y'all do that? Come on now. But they have been disrespecting Io Sky, so I think she's gonna get the win just off of that, man. She's gonna get the win just off of some disrespect. Shouldn't be her. I think Bianca Belair should be the champ again, but I think
All
Io
right,
Sky's gonna get it.
all right, all
Stop
right.
selling that woman.
Mick, what you got?
Um, yeah, I don't know why WWE that are Triple H has been booking himself to a corner. Like even that Jey Uso thing match in night from night one, I felt like this downside to both of them winning and downsides to both of them losing. For a match like this, I feel like yeah, the interference is definitely going to happen. Um, and when the interference happens, it's going to be fully Sky versus Rhea Ripley, and then um, if we go on past history, Rhea Ripley has never beat Sky 1-on-1. Every
Mm-hmm.
time she underestimated her, she was just too fast, and I feel like Io Sky could come out to win it, especially since if you look at even the pattern of every time they had altercations, they fought, they got distracted, they've been sunning her, but they also not taking her seriously enough to understand that she's a big threat. And every time they got into that situation, who got the last hit? Io Sky. So I feel like that's going to be the situation in this as well.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yep, I'm well. I
All right.
agree.
So now, not that it really matters, and I'm gonna throw it in there because I do see it on my list that I've written down. New Day versus War Raiders, if it does happen, or when it happens. My prediction is War Raiders keep the belts because New Day, even though they're angrier than they were, they're still not strong enough to beat the War Raiders. Now they're smarter because they do know how to injure them, and that's the only way that they're going to win that match if they do injure them. Um, but I still think the War Raiders are going to keep them belts. All right, let's go with Sal. What you got? Oh, did he take a step back? Oh, there he is. Mike is muted.
Sorry about that. Yeah, this is another one of the matches I don't really care about, but the War Raiders haven't gotten a WrestleMania win, so let's go with the War Raiders.
Okay. All right.
Charity.
Sure.
Charity win.
Right. Okay. All right. So, Jay, what you got?
Um, it's crazy because I didn't realize this match was even on the card until last night. Um, I'm gonna say New Day.
Okay.
I think if they the heel turn and everything, that this will help solidify them being even bigger asses if they win this title. Have they
Right.
going to keep it long? I don't know, but I have a feeling it's going to be New Day.
Okay. All right. Meek Mall, who you got?
I feel like this might be. Yeah, I think I agree with the idea of the New Day winning and becoming like just the spotlight on them of who to beat next because I feel like maybe the Viking Raiders are a little too credible. This is a meritocracy of how who's going to win this fight. Um, so because of that, there's no good versus evil when they fight in like that. When it comes to the War Raiders, there's no interest necessarily because they're not antagonistic type of people.
Hmm.
People antagonize them to get into matches against them, but it still feels like yeah, it still felt like not all eyes were on the tag titles with them holding it. So I feel like a switch of pace might be better right now for those titles. And plus, they had this heel turn. It's been meaning nothing for the past few weeks, and I think this would be finally the thing that would make it mean something for a little bit.
Got it. Got it. All right. Let's get down to the finale. Looks like Big Daddy Cool has left the building. All right. So we go into, I guess I'm going to get on. You can see if we can do this again on Monday. See if he'll join. Oh, here it is. Oh, Hennessy Love. All right. Let's go with Big Daddy Cool, what he says. All right. So Io Sky wins, but that's an interference. Bailey and Lyra for the win because of the push they steer they put behind Lyra. Okay, Logan Paul who wins. Okay, because of carrying cross and Bro. Oh, Penta, Finn, and Dominic. Oh yeah, that's another match. Forgot about that. Matter of fact, that's on my list too. Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn versus Dominic.
Uh, Well, before you hit that, I do want to reach back. Since he gave predictions on the tag team match, I think Liz Morgan and Raquel's going to win
Okay,
because they already inkling at Belly doing another heel turn when she and Valkyria had that match, and then she didn't want to shake her hand at first. And
right.
I think this is going to cause her to beat up Valkyria in the ring. Bailey wants that singles belt. She don't want to be a tag team champion. So I think that's going to be the drama with that match. What was the other one? The Logan Paul versus. I did. I forgot about Cross in the background messing
Mhm.
around with stuff. So that might just be a match to set up another storyline. Cross might come and interfere, but is he going to interfere on behalf of Logan Paul or on behalf of AJ Styles? Because he's been talking like he's been trying to recruit AJ Styles. So I'm not. I'm not too sure because, like I said before, I wasn't that invested. But if I was to roll the dice, we'll go with Logan Paul. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, because Hank got me to thinking. What
Yeah.
was the other match?
All right. So now we're gonna get into this triple threat match: Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic. What did I have? I had Braun Breaker continuing to keep his title. That's what I had. So let's start off with since you already started. Go ahead, Swagger. What you got?
I'm gonna piss you off. Oh, sorry, because you know what I'm about to say, don't you? That's why
No,
you're laughing.
I don't know, but
It,
go ahead.
it's gonna be Dirty Dom. I don't think he's gonna keep the title for very long, but it's gonna be Dirty Dom.
Get the hell out of here.
All right, so follow my reasoning and stuff, which I still think that Dirty Dom is one of the best hills in the business right now. That heat that he got going on, but by turning on his pops and stuff and being able to take that as a young wrestler in the business, where he could have rolled easy and just kept on being Rey Mysterio. That's a big leap for him to go and do that because he could have kept trying to keep it easy, but he took the hard path. So I applaud him. But Fincher just got here. He ain't giving him no title just yet. I mean, he literally only been here maybe a month, right?
That's true.
So, so he ain't getting the title just yet. Finn is dying for a title, so he could reclaim being the leader of the crew, and then what would drive him crazy and drive that storyline where they're going to kick Finn out because remember Dominic kept on talking about he got somebody else that they could bring into the crew, and Liv's been the one really breaking up that crew. She's been the whole catalyst of that as a part of her revenge to Rhea Ripley. Is Dirty Dom winning that belt? Could you see the way Finn is going to react on Monday Night Raw if he doesn't win this belt? But not only that he didn't win this belt, he didn't win it, and Dom is the person that got the belt coming into the clubhouse. Do you see the magnificent storyline this could be?
You're
I
right.
think it's going to be Dirty Dom for this reason. For that reason, like I said, I don't think he's going to have a long run. I think he'll have a decent run. I think he'll have a run at least to SummerSlam, the longest. A
Oh,
lot of his wins will be out of luck or interference or something like that. Because we've had hills that shouldn't have kept the title, but they kept the title because somebody they cheated or some happenstance happened or something, or disqualification. Because if disqualification happens, you keep the belt unless you're in a street match or something like that, but there's no disqualifications. So I just see him being one of them. He's going to have the belt and he's going to drive people crazy.
mm.
They're not going to let him talk still. And it's going to cause Finn Balor to get tossed out the crew.
All right. Here's the thing. I agree with you that it would be a great storyline, but I also feel that he doesn't have to win the belt to do that. He could just cause Finn not to lose to win the belt for them to get into a big fight. So I mean, giving him a belt to me, I don't. I mean, that's just enough to give people enough to go crazy and say, I'm not even watching wrestling no more because of it. So would they risk a large fan base just not watching? Because I'm not going to watch it no more. But anyway, so so would they lose or risk that Just for face, I don't think so. I don't think Triple H is smoking that much right now. But at the
You
other end,
say you won't watch it anymore. You'll watch it. We always watch some stuff we don't want to watch anymore because we want to see the
the
failure.
words of my Uncle Jim, God rest his soul. No, I won't. All right, so, so
Especially that every night he's gonna be running from Braun Breaker because Braun Breaker's gonna be chasing him every
announcement. I
night.
have an announcement to make. I have a fiance now. She keeps me very occupied. She will make sure I don't watch it. Although she's becoming a fan, she can watch it for us. I don't have to watch it. All right, so, so now my predictions are staying with it. Braun Breaker keeps that belt. And because I think he can spear two people at the same time, I think both Dominique and Finn are going to catch it. Penta he's the only challenger that's in this match, to be honest with you. And I would rather a beef between Penta and Finn, where Finn would actually come back and bring that demon out versus Penta. That I think would be a great match. That's just me. So I don't see Dom in this race. In fact, I would put it past that Liv may come out to try to help him and cause him to lose, just like he did her once. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens. Um,
Listen, I want Dirty Dom to win so I can see your face afterwards.
well, you're gonna see it Monday when we get on. Yeah, yeah. All right.
and I'm gonna buy you a Dirty Dom shirt if he wins, and I'm gonna make sure you get it, and you're gonna have to wear it on one of your podcasts.
It'll have a whole lot of holes in it because I'm gonna shoot it up. And I got my gun.
It doesn't matter. You're still
A
gonna have to
whole lot
wear
of
it.
bullet holes in it. Trust me, if I wear it, it's gonna be bullet holed up. I go to the range regularly. All right, Sal, what you got?
Yeah, I'm looking at the time. It's almost 7 o'clock too. I'm like, all right, yeah. So
Make it quick,
um,
make
yeah. So yeah, this is what I love about four-way matches because one-on-one Braun Breaker would destroy every one of them in there,
it.
and that's why it makes it possible for anybody in the ring to win. So I would listen. I would go with you, Tony, but I think he's the biggest star right now, Penta, man. Penta's the new. I know he just got there. But hey, listen, man. I think it will be a great. I know. I think Penta might get it.
Nah, WWE never gives their rivals that just come there. Like AEW is their biggest rival. They would never give Penta that shot. They would never give him championship right off the muscle. You got to earn it. But anyway, Mick, what you got?
Um, I actually think that there is a shot that Penta could get it, especially because they want to make sure, like, they really try to give the AEW people when they get over to WWE the best big push ever because they want everybody to want to leave AEW. But I don't think that Penta's gonna win. I'm
Mick,
actually on the Dominic train because this is the only type of match where he could get the win. See, in a one-on-one against Penta, he would lose. In a one-on-one against Breaker, he would lose badly. So I just feel like
Come to the
that
dark side. Yes.
Mick,
he has to
I,
turn it. So
oh,
hear that. He hear that.
oh, the
He
force
did that.
is
He
strong
looked at
in
it
this
just like
young
Eddie.
one.
He looked at it just like Eddie. They was hitting it at us right there.
just like
So
Oh,
I
look
feel
at
like
Anthony's
he goes
face.
for a
It's,
run.
give
this
brothers
is
a
this is
already.
great. Did you see what I said in the chat? Hey, Ed, did you see what I said in the chat? He's
Nah,
gonna win, and guess what? To make it even worse, he's gonna win by pinning Finn Balor. That's how he's gonna win. Yes, yes,
nobody
yes.
wants
He's like, what? You
You
helped me out.
can't
You kidding me,
front.
right?
That will be the. You may hate it, but that will be the best twist and turn for this match. Braun Breaker is an easy buyout that he's gonna win. He's like Goldberg. It's like, oh, he's gonna win. He's gonna win. So him losing, he's got to lose to someone.
all right, all right, all right.
I'm sorry.
I'll
Go
give you
ahead. I know we getting close to time. I'm sorry.
I give you all that. All right, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes. Let's make it quick and wrap this up.
Cena.
Yeah, let me go ahead and jump in, man. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be John Cena, 17 times. Break the record.
Okay. Go ahead. What you got there, Meek?
I actually agree with everybody. I think it's gonna be John Cena too. It just feels like his heel turn would be meaningless if he didn't win.
Okay. All right. So, Jay.
I agree, and I think it's going to cause Cody Rhodes to become an anti-hero.
Got it.
We're going to get a darker Cody Rhodes because of this, and it's time for him to become because he is. It's like they said, it's like he's hiding something, like he's fighting something, and I think this is going to cause old Stardust to come on out and play.
Okay.
The angry Stardust.
Okay. All right. So, Big Daddy Cool got John Cena. Um, and I'm gonna roll with Cena because of The Rock. I think he may have something to do with it. So,
True.
Yeah, yep. That's another thing because I'd be damned if he ain't going to show up tomorrow night.
right, right. All right. So that's how we do. I thank y'all for joining us. This is WrestleMania 2025 predictions to wrap up. I had one question, but I'll ask that question on Monday after it's all said and done. And that question, matter of fact, I'll give it to because I always surprise y'all with these. So the bonus question of the night is, how do you rate this WrestleMania as opposed to the other WrestleManias? So y'all answer that on Monday. That's your homework. All right. Thank y'all so much, my brothers. I love y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for joining and
Nick Aldon.
being there for me, man.
Radio Response.
All right. So I'll catch y'all on Monday. Enjoy WrestleMania. I know I will.
$30 championship. Yeah.
Nick Aldon to be Radio opponent. Yeah.
See y'all later, man.
Yeah.